morning, everyone. My name is Sheila Powell, and this is, I'll let him speak for himself.
I'm Daryl Hibbett, thank you.
We're from Health Alliance Plan, HAP, and again, we thank you for taking time out of your lunch hour today to come and learn a little more about HAP. And we also have lunch for you, but that's after you've had your lesson here today, okay? All right, I'm gonna get started, and Health Alliance Plan, otherwise known as HAP, has been a partner with the City of Detroit for over 40 years, and we'll get started with this presentation. Who is Health Alliance Plan? HAP has been around, and we consider ourselves one of the most experienced HMOs in Southeast Michigan. We have over 50 years of experience in Michigan. And a lot of times people say, what is NCQA? It's a federal stamp of approval. It's National Credit Quality Accreditation, pretty much. So it's just saying that the federal government is saying, you're good. You meet of all of our stamps of approval, good housekeeping seal, if you will. We have approximately over 500,000 members. And to add to this, who is HAP? And you'll see this a little later in the presentation. A lot of people think HAP is just Henry Ford, but we're going to dispel that myth today, and not against Henry Ford, but we're a little more than that. For any new members that join HAP, you get a personal service coordinator. So you have to be new in order to get that. And I don't know if any of you have seen the commercials where that lady is kind of annoying. She's following this person around from her door to her car. But anyway, the concept is if you're new, you get your own customer service rep for the first 2 years. So you should get a packet in the mail, you get their card, and that's who you would call for questions. And the reason for that is they will help you navigate you through what you have as far as your insurance, how to do, what to do, if you have any questions. Then anyone that is after that 2 years or you've been with us, customer service should be able to help you with any questions or concerns that you may have regarding the plan. So we spoke on the personal service coordinators, and again, for existing members, our customer service, and here's the number. It's either you can do the 313-872-8100 or the toll-free 1-800-422-4641. Doctors and hospitals, and this goes into what I was talking about in terms of the myth of HAP being only Henry Ford. First, we have 47 hospitals, and we have a directory out there if you so choose to have one, or you can go on our website and look at the hospitals. But they're the main hospitals in our area. I'll say Henry Ford, the DMCs, Beaumont, Providence, and many more. The counties that we're in, there are 11, and you see there's Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb. And what we found, the majority of city active employees live in Wayne, Oakland, or Macomb, but they're the rest. The networks, and that means that the hospital networks that we have, in the Henry Ford Health System network, you have Bon Secours Cottage, Henry Ford, and Henry Ford Wyandotte. Kingswood is more, and we'll get into that, for behavioral health. So anyway, you have the DMCs, and it lists all the hospitals under the DMC, which you have Harper, Hutzel, receiving, rehab, and then for St. Joseph Mercy, and these are networks. You have St. John's, and you have Beaumont. And we have U of M as well. This is something that open delivery system is something that I don't think we do, and we're getting better, a good job of explaining that or getting people to understand what we have. With HAP, we have what's called an integrated network. And how many of you, just curious, are with Henry Ford right now? Okay. You're in what's called our integrated network. So I'm going to back up. Integrated network. And what that means is that if you're with Henry Ford, you receive all of your care through Henry Ford. Any specialty care, anything, and that's fine. What we also have, in addition to that, is what's called the open delivery network. And what that means, and I always use myself as an example, and I give my PCP, my primary care physician, a plug. Daryl knows that as Dr. William Sharp, and I am in the open delivery network. And let me say again, if you're in the integrated, the Henry Ford, that's good. It's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just that we have a choice, because everybody does not necessarily want Henry Ford. So open delivery. My doctor is Dr. William Sharp. He is a primary care physician with Providence. In the open delivery, Daryl can say to me, you know what, I have a specialist that my wife is seeing at Beaumont for a particular issue, and she really, really likes him. I can go to Beaumont and see that specialist. Now, I say to my PCP, I want to go here. I don't need to get his or her permission, in my case, his. What they do is send something behind the scenes so that it's all coordinated. But the point is, you can go. If I want to go to a Henry Ford doctor, a specialist, I can do that. I just have to let my primary know, and behind the scenes, they make it work. So that's just the flexibility that we have, and I don't think that a lot of people know that. Okay, a lot of people don't know that. But here's the other. If you are in Henry Ford, integrated network, okay, you cannot transfer out to see a specialist in Providence or St. John or Beaumont or U of M. That's the point of integrated. Everything is right there. And the concept is you don't need to go out. But open delivery is just that. You can go out. Okay? Yep. No.
Please.
Yes.
And with what Sheila's talking about, that integrated network is based upon your PCP, or the open delivery system is based upon your PCP. So I'm assuming that most of you who have Henry Ford primary care physicians. Is that correct? You have Providence, but you go to Henry Ford? Oh, you go to Providence, yeah. So because you have Henry Ford doctors, that's why you're in that integrated system. And the open delivery, as Sheila's talking about, because she has Dr. Sharp, he's outside of the network, or he's not in Henry Ford per se. That's why she can go to the folks that she goes to, like yourself. Yeah, so we're going to get to the questions in a few, but I just wanted to clarify that it's PCP driven. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so thank you.
And as Daryl said, it's PCP driven. Thank you, Daryl. And you can, and I'm not encouraging anybody to change your PCP because of integrated open delivery, but just know that you can. No matter, even if you're in the integrated network and you want to change your PCP, you can do that. If you want to go from, as long as you don't have any serious medical issues going on, because they want to make sure that's all taken care of where you are, okay? Available pharmacies. We just list the pharmacies that are available, and we didn't list all. We just listed the major because we have what we call mom and pop pharmacies, which maybe your smaller pharmacies in the neighborhood, but basically we have the CVS, Costco, Kmart, Kroger, as you can see, Walgreens, Walmart, and of course the Henry Ford Medical Center pharmacies. And our directory shows, and it lists all the pharmacies, or you can go to the website, www.hap.org, and look and see the other pharmacies that are available. In terms of weight management programs, and this is just getting into the extra perks, the other things that we have, what we did is that we look at, as a health plan, we look at our partners. So we looked at City of Detroit in terms of the health, and what we find is common amongst many of our, I'd say, many of our members in the Southeast Michigan area is that the challenges are weight, hypertension, diabetes. So we have these different programs, and we have something on the table back there if you so choose to, take a look at them, where we have Weight Watchers. You get that at a discount. We've had groups where, let's say if you're in a certain department, you may want to say, well, you know what, we want to get together and we want Weight Watchers to come in. That can be arranged. I think you have to have I want to say at least 10 participants. So that can happen. And then you can take a look at the HAPs. If you don't want to do that as a group, we have the HAP Weight-Wise program. You can look at that. We also have HAP's I Strive, and that's what we do as well. And what that is, at first, we're resistant to change, right? It's like, I'm not going on the laptop. I do this all day long. I'm not looking at anything when I get home. But actually, it really turns out to be good. You go into the iStrive. You have to register. If you're a HAP member, you register. You go in, and you put in the different things. It'll ask you questions like, do you smoke? Do you drink? And no one sees this but you. So it doesn't go to Jeremiah. It won't go to your employer. This is your own. So it'll ask you your weight and all different things. It'll ask you how frequently you exercise, how's your nutrition. And at the end of the day, when you click the button, it gives you direction on what you need to do, just a little guide on to help you if you want to lose X amount of weight, if you want to be healthier, this is what you need to do. So it prints out a summary for you, and it's specific to what you put in. So just know, we get to the part when we were working, they said, do you drink? We're like, well, we might have, just nobody will see it but you, so you'll know. So it's a good tool. It really is good. Assist America is something else that we have that's value added. And for instance, if you're traveling, you have to sign up for this too. And as it says, take the worry out of your travel plans. Members can use this services when they're 100 miles away from home or any other country. Let's say you lose your luggage. I'll just go down to this. You can call Assist America, and they will assist you with whatever you need. Pre-trip information, prescription assistance. Say you go out of town and you leave your meds at home. You can call, this is another venue where you can call Assist America, and they will assist you. Do you want to add anything?
The only thing I'm going to say is that with Assist America, you can download, it's an app for that, basically. It's an app for HAP, too. So, but, yeah, it's a great add-on, if you will, that's available to you all, and that's why we're here, to tell you about things you probably didn't even know you had, but this is accessible to you 24/7. So the things that we're kind of trying to make you aware of are the things that you guys have that you may not have known.
And also, let me add this. A lot of people have asked us questions, for instance, if I have HAP, is it true if I go out of the service area or out of the country that I'm not covered? You're covered for emergencies or urgent care, just so you know that, because a lot of times people try to say, if I'm with an HMO, I'm not covered. You are. I'm not going to date Daryl, but I'll date myself. Going back, I'd say 25, 30 years to be in an HMO, and people still kind of think this. To be in an HMO, if you had to go to the emergency room, you had to call for authorization. So some people are still in that mindset, and obviously that's not true. You have the emergency room and you have urgent care. And what we tend to tell people, if it's an emergency, you don't have to think about it. If you're a person, I can't tell you what your emergency is. If you're a person that you've had heart issues and you're having problems, it may be gas, but maybe not, go to the emergency room. If it's a cut and something not that bad, it's not life-threatening, go to urgent care. Okay, and pretty much the HAP Advantage, that's like the AAA. You show your card and you get a discount. That information we have back on the table too. And these are just some of the companies that have partnered with us in terms of providing you a discount to use their services. 1-800-Flowers is a real popular one that we utilize quite a bit, even as employees, sending that. This is, I don't know if any of you have gone out on our website. Like I said, when I get home sometimes, I'm not looking at the website. I'm not doing any of that. But if you so choose to, our website is very helpful. You can go on the website and order your ID cards. If you've lost an ID card, go on the website and do that. You can go on the website and change your primary care physician. You can go on the website and check your claims, your history of your claims. You can go on the website and check your prescription, what you've, the history of your prescriptions, what you've got, what you have. If you change your primary care physician, if you so choose to, and keep this in mind, if you select a primary care physician and you have other people on your contract, everyone doesn't have to go to the same primary care physician, not even in the same location. You could be at Henry Ford, someone else in your family, and you see Dr. Smith, someone else see somebody else at Henry Ford, Wyandotte, or wherever you want to be there. Okay. And also the thing that we don't talk about much before I get to the tools is the, it's called behavioral health, and it's for chemical dependency and mental health. We have an 800 number, and that number, and some people don't like to talk about it, but it's a 24/7 operation, and if it's not you, it could be somebody in your family that may just need someone to talk to. And let me give you that number, just so we have it. It's 1-800-444-5755. And a lot of people are under a lot of stress for various reasons, and as I'd like to say, there's no shame in utilizing this. It's a benefit that's paid for, and if you need it, use it. The member self-service tools we talked about in terms of going on the website. You could change your address. You could view your actual benefits, what contracts you have, the riders, which are the actual, like for instance, a prescription, we call it a rider. So it spells out exact verbiage on what it is and how it's utilized. It tells you can look at your coordination of benefits, and I had mentioned ID card request, benefit details. If you want to do a deep dive into exactly what your benefits are, that's there. Billing assistance, you can do that instead of, if you don't want to call customer service, you can also just send our folks an email and you'll get a response. And that's the customer message center. I mentioned about the pharmacy claims history and the referral inquiry. That's all on the website. During open enrollment, you really, you're looking at how much is this going to cost me. I'll figure everything else out later, but there's some good things that come out of this. So Jeremiah and team, thank you so much for having us in.